Hey everyone, and welcome back to On That Note podcast. I am Chad Reed, and Molly will be here in just a few seconds. But before she comes in with our wonderful and very entertaining interview with Josh, I wanted to take a quick second to let everyone know that we know that this is a very trying time in not only our industry, but also our country and the world right now. So we know there are a lot of people suffering, whether it's with being sick, whether it's financial, whatever the case is. Myself, Molly, and everyone here at New Level are thinking about you guys, and we're definitely praying for you guys. So stay strong, keep the faith, and we will get through this together, hopefully sooner rather than later. But in the meantime, we hope you enjoy this this interview with Joosy Josh. He is one of our artists here at New Level, and we had a great time talking to him. So hope you guys have a great week and enjoy. Let's get it.
All right, guys, and we are also here with the one and only Joosy Josh. He's known by multiple names. He's one of our vocal writers and recorders.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose. Da juice is loose.
What's up? Yes, I'm here at New Level.
We're happy to
Molly,
have you.
And I am so excited. It's my first time doing this.
We're excited to have you, buddy.
Thanks, Chad.
Super simple. We just keep it conversational, and that's about it. There's nothing much to this. A lot of you would have seen Joosy on the Behind the Music it was the Prodigy Midnight one.
Yes.
He had a few vocals in that mix, I think.
Yes, I wrote a few ideas for Patrick. A couple of them didn't make it into the mix, and it was just like one of the biggest ones I did this season so far. So that's usually a really a big accomplishment for me.
You kind of geeked out on that one. You like that one, huh?
Yes, I really like going off on that one, just being that evil, yeah.
It's everyone's suppressed inner evilness that they want to let out.
Right, yeah. Gotta bring that bad witch.
You're in quite a few mixes this year. Do you know some of the ones that have already been released that you're in that people might know?
There's a couple, I'd say. Let me think. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there's a lot. But it's kind of hard to think of them right off the head because I'm always just writing, and the ideas get so far behind. But let me think for a second. Just recently, there was a Brandon Senior Pink.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think a couple of the Pink ones I was in. Brandon Senior Pink. Louisiana Cheer Force Pink. Oh, that one was a big one, and I actually said something about Joosy in it, and it was and it was when I showed my parents, it was oh my gosh, the moment, because they were like, what, they let you say that in there? And I was like, yes. It was something about what did I say? I'm gonna have to bring that up. I'm gonna have to bring that up, but that was one. Let me think.
Well, while you're thinking, I'll go ahead and call myself out because I owe you an apology.
Oh no,
Joosy.
Uh-oh. What did you do,
Chad?
Chad?
I know exactly what he's about to say.
What is he gonna say?
Say it.
Okay, so when we were doing the Behind the Music for Prodigy, and I was sitting here editing, and I was trying to get a rough cut up to Molly and Patrick so they could give their notes and so I could finish it up. Well, I was throwing up the title or the credit page, and I didn't know this when I wrote it out.
Okay.
But when I put Joosy Josh, I spelled it juicy like a fruit.
I did notice that, Chad.
Did you see it?
I did see that. Yes, I did. I don't make a big deal
I'm sorry.
out of it. And
But only on the credits
I appreciate
page.
you apologizing for it.
I really am sorry because I didn't catch it until I did it right when you came up and we did the the graphic at the bottom.
Right.
I spelled that one right, but I forgot to go back because I do all the graphics last.
Okay.
So I forgot to go back and finish that.
The credits page.
For sure.
The credits page.
For sure forgivable. You are fine.
I am so sorry. I felt so bad because I was so proud of that video and how everything came out.
It was a great video.
Every time
it was.
And then every time I watched it, I'm like, how did I not go back and do that? Like, that's the one little thing. But, yeah, I'm so sorry.
As if you had nothing else to pay attention to.
It's good.
I really enjoyed that behind the music. It was just different. It was a lot of fun. And then Kareem flew into town for it.
Right.
That was a lot of fun. We made a whole, thing of it. Kareem came out to dinner with us. And, it was so much fun. He got to hear the mix in the studio for the first time. We never do that.
Right.
That was so fun. It was.
I love the integration between the team and the music, and then the people behind it.
And
it's
the whole
story. It's like the triangle.
It's
like a big old stirring the pot. We're making this happen, and it's amazing.
I see what you did there. Stirring the pot, the
witch's
pot.
Hey,
I get that.
You heard it.
Chad's
you heard
the
it from
punny one normally.
From the source. Okay.
You have a way with words. Do you write music?
I do write music.
You should write music, Joosy.
You should write.
I do write music. Yes, I do. I don't really put a lot of my content out because I'm always so hypercritical. I always am how could this be better? Okay, this is not ready. You know what I mean?
So you've actually made a few songs?
I have a couple of songs. I was just working on one when I was driving here, but I just never show people.
You should.
Really?
Yes. We were talking about that with Amori,
no.
Actually. He released one of his personal albums, and he was saying how nervous he was to do it, and he's held on to him for so long. Mm-hmm. And then finally he was like, we're just going to put it out there. And he's like, you can't evolve unless you get your stuff out there for people to hear, you know?
Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I do a couple little things on Rap Chat. It's this thing I do.
I have no idea what that is.
It's literally this app where you can pick a beat to rap to basically from any random producer that puts their beats on there, and then you can rap on there.
Do they use your stuff?
No, it's kind of like an Instagram for rappers. You just put your tracks on there. You
and
make it out of their stuff to make. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
that
cool.
seems like good practice.
I made a couple that actually became kind of hot. It got a lot of views for being on that app.
Huh?
I guess.
I need to hear this.
Yeah, and probably I'll show you off the scene on the side.
Off mic.
Yes, take 5.
I always love when Joosy's here. We have too much fun.
Yes.
He gets weird. I love it.
I'm over here sipping on my piña, okay? Piña colada.
He's got the yellow Fanta in a glass jar. We're like, where did you even find this? Yellow Fanta in a glass jar.
I keep it classic. Okay?
It's not even a twist top. We had to bang it on the table to open it. A Fanta drink.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious. So you write a ton for Patrick. How did you even get involved in that?
For Patrick, honestly, it was how can I say? It was a really big stepping stone for me. I found him because I was writing on the side. It was a passion of mine already, and I was I could do cheer vocals. I always loved how they sounded. It was the Shangela Laquifa and the Miss Wish and Trina and all the hot artists that were making all these cool it was right when it was hopping on the scene making cheer vocals. And I hit Patrick up on Twitter. I was I'm gonna do this. This is the guy that makes the best music. I'm going to just ask him. I'm just gonna ask. So I went for it, and I was hey Pat, are you looking for people to do vocals, or how does that work? How would someone make vocals for you? And then he was oh, just send me a demo, basically. Like it was just like that. Like it was just so on the spot. He was like, send me a demo. And I was like, what? That's it? So I was like, okay. So I immediately went on GarageBand, found a little beat. I literally wrote like this like whole juicy vocal. It was like all crazy and obnoxious, and it didn't make any sense.
Do you still have it?
I do still have it. Can you hear it?
Yes.
No.
Yes. His new level tryout video.
Literally, no. It's crazy. I sound like a crazy person.
I mean, he obviously liked it.
He saw something in it, I guess, and I mean that's how I guess I got where I am, and I'm just like always grateful for like that, just that whole how that went.
The whole situation.
The situation.
So you weren't living in Atlanta at the time.
I wasn't.
Where were you?
I was in Columbia, South Carolina.
Why do you laugh? Why do you say that? Why is that funny?
I really don't like Columbia.
No?
No.
Is that where you're from?
No, I'm from Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I was born here. I stayed here until I was about like 6 or 7, and then that's when we moved to Columbia.
To Columbia for like your parents' job or something?
It was just everything and just situation.
Okay. Well, now you live in Atlanta, so you record all the time.
Right.
And you're at the office a lot.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
It's like, it's literally so accessible when I'm here. Like it was always a push to get up here. It was like, well, not actually, it wasn't like a push, but like, it was like a journey. You know what I mean? Like we had to drive 3.5 hours to go out here and then come back.
Y'all used to make like a weekend of it.
Yeah. It make like a weekend thing. So it would only happen like once every 2 months or so like that. Like that. But then it started getting a little more frequent. He was like, okay, like a once a month kind of thing. And then just to spread it out, because it's like a trip. But once we got here, literally it was like boom. It's like how it was just meant to be.
Yeah.
Like
you've just been recording nonstop.
I've just been recording. I've been in and out of the studio. I'm always writing for New Level. I record at my place now. Mm-hmm. I record vocals at home. Like I have my own little rig and stuff, and like I'm just on the grind, like making music, and it's like what I love, and it's just like what I do, and I'm just like, this is what I love. Like it's just crazy. I don't know how to explain it.
That's so cool. So I've met your parents a couple times, like traveling back in the day when they brought you down here and stuff to record. You have like the most supportive parents I've ever seen in my life. They're
amazing. I love my parents.
Have they always just been like, you do you?
They literally are
we're
like
on
that.
board.
Yes. They have their rules, they have their things, and I mean, it's like as long as I do that, like they love me and they support whatever I'm trying to do.
I love it. They like every time they drove down to Atlanta, it was like a whole family affair. Like everyone came.
Right.
And that's awesome. I think that's like the coolest thing. Patrick and I used to always talk about that, how cool your parents are for doing that. And it's not like they would just come and drop you off. Like they would hang out.
Yeah,
like,
they want to hang out. Yes,
yeah.
They want to do all that. And I'm like, can y'all go away?
It's like, Mom.
Yes, it's like, Mom. She's like, no, like, can I just like watch my baby real quick or something? Like, that's how she is. They're so like protective and lovable and loving. It's crazy. I love my parents, and we have a pretty big connection.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. Are you the only child?
No, I'm not actually.
You're not?
Yeah.
You have siblings?
Yeah, I have a older brother, and he gets the same exact love.
That's amazing. Does he live in Atlanta now too?
He doesn't. He has plans on moving, but he's in Columbia right now.
Okay.
And he's working and stuff and getting his plan together to basically move up here as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but he's the older one, so he's like, get on out.
On his own a little more.
Yeah. They definitely expect a lot more from him, and it's, he has a different situation, I have a different situation, but we make it work, and it's all like love, and we all care about each other.
That's amazing. More families should be that way, I think. So
I completely agree.
yeah, I mean, I kind of like look at family dynamics a little different now that I've had kids, and like it's something you think about. Like, I don't know, when I was pregnant, I would always think about like, okay, so what is our family going to be like, and what do I want to mimic our family off of, and what kind of like relationship do I want with my kids and stuff. And like you see so many families that just kind of like, I mean, they're close and they love each other, but they kind of like part ways once kids get older, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I don't want that at all. Like, I want my kids to be involved with everything, and I want to be involved with them. Right. And I'm probably going to be that annoying, overbearing mom later on down the road. But I'm totally okay with filling that role.
Hey, you got to do it, though. It takes a village. And I feel like a lot of people need to be more, you know, visible, more, you know, family oriented, more there for like their kids, and plus the kids for the parents, because a lot of kids, they're really disrespectful to the parents nowadays. Like, it's like a big thing, and I see it within my friends. But you know, different families work different ways, and I've always noticed that. And I'm like not the type to like call out someone for how they run their family, and because that's not what I do, because every family has their things. But you know, there's like, I feel like a lot of generations are starting to like just drift off or something like that.
Yeah, I think family dynamics so important.
Yeah, like
just in life in general.
Yeah, like have a holly jolly Christmas.
Holly jolly Christmas.
You know, I've seen the evolution of parenting over the 20 years that I've been a coach.
Oh yeah, and you have a totally different perspective.
It's definitely not. Yeah, it's definitely not the way it was on how I was raised anymore. I mean, you don't see that. It's just, and some of that's good, some of that's bad. I mean, I really appreciate how my parents raised me, but it's just changed. It's, you know, it's I don't know the right word, but maybe, I mean, you know, people talk about how athletes and the kids act these days. I mean, it's a pretty direct correlation to how their environment is at home.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that.
So when you moved to Atlanta, you jumped right on with Stingrays. Did you already have it lined up to cheer with them?
Yes, I actually had been going and driving with my supportive parents. Driving actually to get to practices every weekend for a little while.
How often?
It was
every weekend, but for how long?
Every weekend. It was only for about 4 or 5 weeks maybe. Like, it was a little bit, well, not a little bit, it was a lot, but they accepted me on the team, and I immediately was like, how am I going to get up here? Because they already had plans on moving. We just didn't know exactly like when it was going to happen at the time. And also like the amount of work we would need to do, you know, in and out of the houses and stuff like that. So actually I just like, you know, tried out, and I went ahead and tried out, and then I came, and my coach, she was the one who tried me out, and she was like, you can, if you can get here like every weekend, you know, on Sundays, and she wanted Sundays and Mondays, but I was like, maybe that might not happen a couple times, you know, like different stuff, but we actually did do a couple Sunday Mondays as well, but we usually went out on a Sunday, and then they were okay with that for a while, because I mean, I have such a passion for cheer. Like, when I tell you, when I get in a gym, it's like I immediately turn it. It's like, I don't even know. Like, for me, it's so easy, I guess. Like, not trying to be like in a conceited manner or anything like that. As in, it's easy to like come in and do my job. Like, when I am on a cheer floor, I'm acting like a cheerleader. Like, it's a whole vibe. Like, you have to be on deck. Like, you have to be doing it. And it's like, I feel like even the way people cheer nowadays, a lot of people are starting to drift away from like even knowing how to like perform really good. It's all about just trying to like rack up all these scores on like stunts and all this other stuff. It's like they're losing performance value, and then teams wonder why they don't really do that well at Worlds. It's like you look at the teams who are winning, they perform their butts off. Like,
it's a production.
You have to do it in the gym to be able to do it out on the floor. And I didn't understand that at one time when I first started cheering for ACX. That was back in 2013, that was 2014. 2014, and I went to Worlds 2015 right then.
Okay.
My first Worlds 2015. Year. Right. So in Worlds 2015, I could perform because just as like naturally me, like I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer. I dance outside of cheer. Like I do a lot of stuff. I'm like a jack of all trades kind of person. But like I just love to be active. But I don't work out outside of cheer.
Yeah, we were talking about that. He doesn't go to the gym.
I don't go to the gym, but I do stay active, okay? Some Just Dance will really burn some calories.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
At the end of the day, it's all about calories.
Yes, calories, cardio.
Calories you take in, calories you burn.
Getting your heart pumping.
Yeah.
Like, your blood flow is really important.
Well, how often do you have practice?
Okay, so
because they bust your butt at practice.
Oh, my gosh. They bust it.
Well, hang on. And I just want to butt in here for a second because when we were filming the behind the music for Steel, we were at Stingrays and we were, videoing and all this stuff. And I look up, and I look at Des. I said, "Is that Joosy?"
Yeah.
Like I had no idea that you cheered for Stingrays.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was like, that is him.
For sure.
I was not expecting to see you. I was like, well, I'll be damned.
I seen you there. Yep. We was there, and you see that that's what we're talking. I'll be performing. You saw that, ain't you?
I did. Mm-hmm. I did.
I'm always always on 100, like, and that's what I was like trying to really like say, like, when you go on the floor, you got to push it to the max, or it's not gonna work. And they tell us that, they tell us that at practice. They kind of tell us in different ways and things like that. And I've been with so many different coaching styles. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I've been at ACX, I've been at Cheer Athletics, I've been at Rockstar, and now I'm at
cheer in college?
Stingrays. I tried out for USC Coed, University of South Carolina, and I made it, but like. At the time, I had just graduated high school. I was 16.
Oh,
and
you graduated at 16?
Yes, I did.
He's just a little overachiever over here, Chad.
Apparently.
I know.
Good Lord. I barely graduated high school at 18.
That's like... Oh, my gosh. No, but I graduated when I was...
Like, no joke. I had to ace my last final to graduate.
No, like, I know how you feel, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
What did you think I had to do to graduate early?
Early.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine was on time and barely graduated.
Chad was, either passed this test or I'm a 19-year-old high school student.
I don't know what classes you was
final.
taking. I don't know where you was at. Nah. But anyways.
That's still a sore subject for me, so let's move on.
But anyways, you made USC
You made
co-ed.
it. You made it. You are here. Okay.
I am here.
So, USC co-ed. I made the team. And things just didn't like go that way. Like I didn't want to go to college. At the time, I wanted to be like a cheer star. And I was like
a cheer celebrity.
I wanted to be a cheer celebrity, and it was like my dream. But I was like I want to go and be on Rockstar Beatles because that was the closest like big team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were right there, like it was 2 hours. No, hour and a half. The way my dad drives. But anyways, we get there in an hour and a half, but I did Rockstar Beatles and I really wanted to be big and we did it. Like we were right there on the podium. We were right there competing with the high level teams. I got second at Worlds, silver, right then. And it was like bittersweet. It was one of those bittersweet moments because there was a lot of people that had been on Beatles like beforehand, you know what I mean? And it's already such a grown team. Like it really felt like we really deserved like first or whatever. It was like one of those wins. So, I mean, we appreciated the silver and everything like that, especially me, like being someone that came from like a nothing, like a nothing, literally, because I was doing gymnastics when I first started cheer, and I had got gymnast wrist. And it was like so painful. I couldn't do any apparatuses at all. Like I was literally crying just trying to do it. And like I loved gymnastics. Like anything I like, you know, like go and choose to do, I'm gonna do 100%.
You're like all in.
I'm all in, right?
Yeah.
So I loved gymnastics at the time, just like maybe like a cheer. Like I wanted to do that so bad. I told my mom I was gonna go to the Olympics. Like I was really good too, though. Like don't get me wrong, I got first in the state my first year.
Wow.
First in state, all across the board, every single competition I went to, everyone got mad. Like there was literally
They're like, who is this guy?
Right. There was literally this one competition. It was like the South Carolina Regional, right? And it was at Lake Murray Gymnastics Center. And I'll never forget this. It was kind of embarrassing on my part, but it was like I was winning, so it was weird. So because it was like I went up on the podium, right? And they're giving away the awards for first place. And so we all sit down in the front, like on the beginning of each call out for each event. And so they call out like rings, and then they call out third, second, then first. I got first. So I like went up to the podium, and I'm like, boom. They put the little thing around me. We all go sit down. And then they're calling out the names. This, that, that, that. And then we go up, and I got first again. And then they called out like parallel bars or something stupid. And then, no, for real. It was like parallel bars or something. And they called out, they were like calling out second or something. Something happened weird where like I got up out of place and went straight to the first podium, and they had called someone else's name. And so like I'm standing up there, and then they called someone else's name, and then I was like, oh, oops. So like I went down to like the second one, got my little medal, and then they called like the all-around gymnasts. They called the all-around award, and then they were like, Joshua, obviously. So I went up to the first place podium, and then got my thing. But it was like, you know what I mean? Like that kid felt probably like sore. Like he didn't even get his. Never mind. That's opening a whole like can of worms. But like for real, whenever I get into something, it's 100%. I am in it, and that's what I really like to put into cheer music. I like to put into anything I'm doing in life. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta be on. It's like almost like I take cheer. It's almost like a part of like, not it's a part of life, but I take the lessons and the things that like I do and learn in cheer and actually apply it to real life.
Yeah, and you can take life lessons out of.
Right, and it's almost like when I'm in there, I have to be that superhero that I want to be in real life. Like I have to push to keep this stun up. I have to cheer on these other athletes on the floor. We have to like hit all this stuff together. Like it's like, you know, it's just that whole thing.
Passion.
Yeah, passion.
It's passion, for sure. I love it.
Doing it all together. I love that.
So you got injured in gymnastics.
Right.
And then you had.
When I was like 12 or 13, I think.
Is that when you stopped gymnastics?
Right. I couldn't do it anymore. I did it for like a year and a half, and that first year I did level 4 gymnastics, and basically like that's like back handsprings, you're learning tucks and stuff like that, but we're competing like all like it's like the training. I feel like it's really like really hard training for level 5. Mm-hmm. And that's basically what I did though. But since I'm so, like, for real, whenever I get into something, I'm a really fast learner too. So like when I got into level 4 gymnastics, I blazed it. And that's why I won like first place and everything. Because
you probably could have been competing level 5.
And the coach that I had at the time, she was like, and I guess her plan was to kind of like hold me back so that the team could do better. Her boys that are growing up to be like athletes and everything like that, and wanting to do the same thing and having the passion for it could like look good for that gym, particularly that I was at. It was like this kind of literal, it's more little gymnastics gym.
Yeah, like small town gym.
Yeah, so they kind of like, held me back, I feel like, in a little bit ways. And my parents saw like some kind of deeper stuff that was going on, but like it was like, some real stuff, and I didn't understand at the time, but that was why I really like was so great at it. But even at that level, putting my all into it, being the best, not just being lazy and just taking it for granted. Like,
right.
I was in the gym working on like level 5, level 6, level 7 skills, and these boys were like, level 3 and level 2 trying to do level 4. Like, she was trying to have a whole like image going on. Like,
right.
it was a whole mix of things. And I mean, I appreciate the training because I see it as it helped me with like cheer, basically. Like,
yeah, gymnastics is wonderful, like body control and technique, 100%.
Yes, and that's where I got my beautiful back handsprings from. Oh. And that's what people say. So I'm really not trying to like, I'm not capping on myself or anything like that. Like,
you're confident.
These are just things that people have said, and I'm repeating. So you ain't heard it from me.
I would never repeat half the stuff people say about me, probably. Just kidding.
Right. I mean, I'm only saying the good stuff, okay? Because some really crazy stuff has happened, and people have said a lot of stuff about me, but
that's okay.
It's fine. Like, who cares? I don't, because I'm making these vocals. So
because you the Joosy.
I'm in your favorite team. What's up? The Juice.
Oh
no,
my gosh,
but
I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving the conversation and stuff like that. Like, that's like really what it's all about, is giving it your all.
Yeah.
Giving your all in everything you do. You got to live by it.
So when you write vocals, I assume you get in like direction from either the producer or the artist or whoever. But if you don't, like, where do you draw your other inspiration from?
So, for really the cheer vocals, like, I couldn't say, like, I don't have the human, like, ability with the language that we have to,
I don't even know where you're going with this.
to explain the inner spirit child that lives inside of me.
Your brain is just too crazy, pretty much.
Basically my big crazy brain just spews out like
the most random
stuff, and I go with it and turn it into something. I don't know.
I love it. He'll just have the most random idea and just go with it, and it just works. Yeah. It's like, yep, what he said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, stay hot like some Tabasco too conceited.
Well, and you know what? A lot of times that's how creative mind works.
I mean, so on top of that, I really do, like, once again, putting your all into it, I really do sit in my room. I sit and spend long hours and time and putting in work on making my craft what I want it to be, what I am imagining. So, at one point, I really did start low, and I didn't understand what I was doing, and I had this sound in my head, and I knew what I was looking for. I would look at teams. When I drew cheer vocal inspiration back then, I would look at like teams, and I would almost even like, because I'm a choreographer as well, but when I look at teams, I kind of imagine like the movements and things that they're doing with lyrics. Almost, it's like, I don't know. It could be anything. Like, they could be giving me jazz hands, and I'm like, that's sparkle, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like almost like that at first. It was like, I'm, just very basic.
Well, and you're so involved isn't the right word I'm looking for. You're so knowledgeable about the industry and the stories of the different teams. And like, even what you were talking about with Prodigy, you like really went into what the story was, the team you took last year, and then, created a story to this year. And it's more than just, okay, their colors are black and blue, and we're going to go off of that.
Exactly. And yeah, right. So that's what I was basically missing originally, because I mean, I knew all these teams, right? And I was watching them, been watching them for years, and I would draw inspiration from their older kind of things. And just, I guess that just being that, like, I don't know. Some people don't understand, like, cheer world stuff. Like, it's hard to explain, too. It's like, it's almost like once you've been doing it for a little while, things just start clicking. Like, literally, it might take, like, I'm pretty sure it's like 2 years. Like, that's how long it took me. Like, the first year I was like, what is this? Everything looks crazy and cool. Then and then I started learning team names like TGLC. That obviously, like, that's the first name that you learn, like Top Gun, then Cheer Athletics. And then I was like, whoa, who are Wildcats? That became my favorite international team. Like, it's just like, you know, it's like everyone has their cheer path. And like, that was my cheer path. Like, it's literally like a whole different like lifestyle. And I guess you have to really be into it to know. Like, I don't really even know how to explain the theme, like, of the teams. It's kind of like they're just spirit animal. Like, it's
really
hard.
is.
It's
Each
hard to
team
even
has
explain.
their own like vibe, their own style,
Right.
and it's hard to explain the difference between like this all girl versus that all girl, and they're totally different.
You just know.
Yeah, you just kind of
Like-
have to understand.
Like, maybe like,
Music has a lot to do with that.
right.
For
Yes.
me, obviously, because I work with the New Level, but that's kind of like how I describe someone's vibe, is in like musical terms, kind of. My own musical terms. I don't know.
Right. I mean, like if you were gonna say like, I mean, we got Panthers and Lady Cats, both cheer athletics teams.
Right.
But like, you wouldn't say certain things in a, you know, Panther mix that you would say in Lady Cats. You know what I mean?
Right.
Lady Cats is a different animal. She's probably more bad. She's like really, really fierce. She's more mature. You know what I
Right.
mean? Panther, she's wild, she's crazy, she's young, and she's ready to like battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different spirit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All different types of like, it's just different vibes.
And then when you started as a vocal artist, so writing is one animal, and then recording is a completely different animal.
Recording is exhausting.
Is it exhausting?
It is exhausting.
It seems like it comes easy to you when I watch you.
When I'm doing it, just like anything else, we are going
just
to
like-
do our all.
Yeah.
And when I get in, I have to turn it on. Sometimes it might take me literally like just one take. Like, when I don't like immediately just come in and start like, you know what I mean? Like, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
like giving them the juice. But it just takes me maybe like one recording, you know, I'll get a little warm up one, and then I'm ready to go. But usually, like, I mean, if it's a short list, maybe like 5 vocals, like, you know, 10 vocals, that's really easy. That's not too exhausting. Like, I'm gonna need a bottle of water. But like, I've done maybe like, you know, 15 or 18, 25 vocals like in one session. That's like hard.
That's a lot.
Right.
That's what you used to do when you came down for the weekend. You would just like record 2 days straight.
Right.
That's a lot. That's a lot on anybody. That's mentally exhausting.
It is. You get like this little headache right in your temple, like right there. It's like really small, and it just like.
That recording booth is like stuffy.
Honestly,
and I'm rarely in it, but
it's like my second home. So I mean, it's
like your cocoon.
It's like a little cocoon that I'm used to. So I mean, it's not too bad for me. So I'd appreciate if you didn't disrespect it. But like,
It's like,
but it is a little stuffy cocoon, and I love it though.
oh,
It has and you can open the door to you can like crack the door just a little to let some air in. You don't want the acoustics like affecting the mic or anything like that. You can just open it just a little.
So at this point in time where you are, could you be happier doing anything else?
Honestly,
I mean,
no.
because from my point of view and just hearing you talk and tell your story, like, you are so passionate about the cheer industry and about doing vocals and writing and being creative, like I don't see you being able to do anything else right now.
Right.
You know, is that how you feel?
I mean, yes. I don't know if it has to do with like a lot of people say like Leo, like being a Leo or something like that, like, you know, your star symbols and stuff like this, but like I'm definitely like, I guess the definition of a Leo, like, and it's weird because like I don't really focus on that kind of stuff, like I don't pay attention to it, but like I really do bring all those aspects. Like, I mean, I've done so many different other sports, you know, I've had other opportunities, but it's almost like living life, it's like I can see like paths and I can like, you know, close the door and then open a new one myself. Like I don't have to wait for it. Like it's like it's almost like that. It's like I'm living like the step ahead. I'm trying to be the next best thing on what I'm trying to do. But I'm trying to bring it back to what I was doing. Like I did pole vaulting, track and field. I was the best in my high school. I broke all the records. Except for like my PR. I think the PR record I didn't break for my high school, but I broke PR's personal record. I didn't break the senior record, but I broke the freshman, sophomore, and junior records. And but it was like that. Like once I knew what was going on, how to hold it, how to bend it, how to go up, shoot your body over, I was ready. Like, and it just came like that. It was like step after step. It took like practice, and that's what I did. Like I even took that. I took that as far as the Junior Olympics. I got 8th in the nation.
Oh wow.
My first year doing Junior Olympics for pole vaulting, and I was supposed to go to college for that. I closed it and I opened a different one. Like, and that was when I started doing I was doing cheer actually double. I was doing cheer and pole vaulting at the same time at one point. And then even before then I did wrestling. Before then it was football and the basketball, like camps and stuff like that. Right. I wasn't really so much into the ball sports. I was always into sports that like could give me attention. So I could be like the center of it. Right. So I was like, maybe I'll do soccer or something like that. So I can like, you know, and I wanted to be like the, you know, when you throw the ball out, I guess, like in the beginning of the game.
I
wanted to do like the front handspring when I throw it.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Talking about?
When they serve the ball.
So you wanted to play soccer just so you could
I could have that moment. And then I wanted to kick the ball like really, really dramatic when I scored.
Like
so
land
I would
on your
practice.
side.
I would literally practice going up and kicking. And people would be like, what? Like soccer players are there that knew how to play soccer. And they're like, how does this kid already know how to do this? I'm just like, I seen that guy do that on TV. What are you talking about? I could do that. I seen it on TV.
That's all I want to do. I'm here for the socks and the cool throw-in.
Right.
Front handspring.
Yeah. I want to look like you know, one of those Latino guys on TV. You know what I mean? Like, but that's how it is though for me. Like I can see a vision for myself and I can go for it. But when it comes to like music and things like this, like writing, career kind of stuff, it really does bring out a lot in me and a lot of passion. And like I say, like when I spend a lot of time on it, I do. It's almost like it's a part of my day just to do these things. And it's like habits that I just automatically pick. Like I see like myself, like I complain about other things, like doing chores, cleaning up my room, doing this and that, spending time on those things. But then it's so easy for me to just drop that time into doing music or like writing, just sitting there on my bed, eating snacks and writing. Like,
eating snacks.
Like literally. No, once you get your brain snack, you know what to do. I have a few brain snacks. Like Starburst. Oh my gosh. I could write so good with some Starburst.
That's not a snack.
That's a snack.
That's like candy. That's not a snack.
That's a snack. Starburst and Arizona tea is a snack. All right.
And Arizona tea?
Yes.
But I don't eat in my bed.
No.
No.
I don't like to eat things that can like crunch and crumble in my bed.
Yeah, Starburst stays in one little cube.
Yeah. It's just a little Laffy Taffy. Little Laffy Square. Or like Milk Duds are good.
That's not a snack. That's just candy. You sit in your bed and eat
I'm
candy.
here talking about candy is my snack. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that I eat a lot of sugar?
You say, I sit in my bed and eat snacks. But wait, I'm thinking pretzels.
No.
Or
chocolate covered pretzels, yes. See? There's a difference.
Exactly. It's candy.
Because they're bed snacks.
Bed snacks. Okay.
Writing snacks, something.
Look, candy is considered a snack. Like, you buy candy at a movie theater. Like, that is a snack.
There you go. See?
I disagree.
No, it's a snack.
A snack is like a meal in between meals. Candy is not a meal in between meals.
Okay, what about beef jerky?
Yeah, that could be a snack.
Boom.
That's so different than
I
chocolate.
eat beef jerky sometimes.
Okay, beef jerky. And
with
vocals.
Starburst on the side.
Okay, Miss Social Media Director of New Level, put that on a poll and put it on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay.
Is candy considered
That really needs
a snack?
Okay. Yeah, that really needs to be a poll. Because I think candy is a snack. Snickers? What do you do when you get hungry? Eat a Snickers or whatever they say.
I don't even eat those. Buy a bag of Snickers and just like munch on them in between meals, though.
Yeah, you could. Those are actually, I think those have protein.
Yeah, they do have protein.
The peanuts.
Yeah, right. And then you get some good carbs from the nugget.
That was such an ugly laugh right into my mic. That was horrible. There's no good carbs in that whatsoever.
Hey.
None.
Hey, for me, I don't know. I eat literally like a little like ravaging animal. Like I'll go all day like riding or something like that, and then like literally eat like one time like in the nighttime. But then when I eat, it's like huge. Like last night, like I had Wendy's, and it was like Baconator fries, 2 6-piece nuggets, the Biggie bag, and a drink.
I'm going to gain 10 pounds just from this podcast, Chad. Just from talking to
Right?
Joosy as I drink my tea.
But then right before I ate that, though, I had 2 hot dogs from QT. Oh, they make the best hot dogs.
On the rollers.
It was so good. One had chili, onions, and what's that stuff? Sauerkraut.
Oh, God.
And ketchup. Then the other one had coleslaw and onions and mustard. Oh my gosh. And
nauseous. I am physically nauseous.
I eat crazy,
10 pounds
y'all.
heavier, Chad, so
I eat crazy, y'all. Like,
I wish I could get away with doing that.
and spicy food. Oh, I love spicy food. Like anything anything that says spicy, it immediately catches my attention because I'm like, ooh la la, like yes, spicy.
Do you like there's a difference between like Latin spicy and like Asian spicy. Like wasabi and chili peppers are totally different.
And both I love.
You like both of them.
Both.
And you can handle both of them.
What I don't really like is like sweet stuff. Like sweet and sour chicken, I'm really not a big fan.
But
like,
we were
and
just
people
talking about
love
Starburst
sweet and sour.
Snickers.
Hey.
You don't
I'm
like
getting
sweet
really
and savory
hungry
together.
from this conversation. Don't start.
He's already chugged his whole Fanta.
Right. That's all gone, okay?
That's a lot of sugar too.
Not for Joosy.
I mean, it's in the name.
It's in the name.
Juicy. And you have the juicy pina colada. Like,
people like you just shouldn't exist. It's not fair. I have to like.
I mean, Joosy stays 100% on brand. Like he lives
He
on
is a
brand.
character.
yes, I do. Actually, I can name out all these brands that I'm actually wearing right now. But that's all I do. Is also I have a really big thing for like mall shopping. Like, oh my gosh, like I love malls. I go shopping for hours on end. I can go shopping. Like, shopping is so fun. Just thinking about it right now, I really want to go shopping.
See, I online shop. I don't even. I can't tell you the last time I went to a store and like walked around.
I'm not patient enough. Like, I can't wait for something that like I think that looks popping. Like, I had this shirt.
You like wear it out of the store
the other day. Like literally, like yeah, like that. Like I'm ready to go. Like no, but I bought a shirt yesterday or the day before, and it is just so cool. And I was like, I seen it in the store, and I was like, yes, and I bought it immediately.
You don't even have a certain style. Like I see you in a different style every time I see you. You just think it's cool, so you wear it.
That's my thing. Like I don't really like. I wouldn't say. I guess my style would be to be like freestyle.
Yeah.
Like I like to like make looks. I don't like to like be like so outfit based. You know what I mean? Like I don't wear khakis and a polo shirt every day. You know what I mean? Like I don't do the same stuff. Like I like to switch it up and be like really, really versatile. Like I can't wear the same types of clothes like too often. It'll freak me out.
Your style is unpredictable.
Yes, for sure.
It is. He's straight 80s today.
I could walk out like tomorrow in like a mesh t-shirt. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, that's just not today. Today was savage.
Savage 80s.
Yes, like
Swishy jacket.
all the way down with the feelers.
I love him. All right, Joosy. This is a perfect way to end.
Hey, you just reminded me I gotta take a picture later too of
Okay.
my outfit, cause
I
I be popping on Instagram with all my looks, and these people don't be liking it. When they gonna take away these likes on Instagram, anyways? Because I heard something about that, but they ain't gone away yet.
They're saying they're gonna take, like you're not gonna be able to like things on Instagram.
Right.
Well, then what do you do?
It'll
then?
just be like you're like you just have a following, like people just you just look at stuff.
Like, my understanding was that you can still like stuff, but the number won't appear.
True.
Like you can see how many people liked your stuff, but other people can't.
Interesting.
Let me see if it did it yet.
That's really interesting.
No, they haven't done it yet. But like, you wouldn't really notice a difference. I'd think, right? Like,
I mean, I think people do look at like how many likes are on things. I don't. I'm not really big on social media.
I do. Like when I go and like someone's picture.
Says our social media director.
That's because I've taken over the social media for the company, and now it's work for me. So like, I don't really get on my own social media because it's work.
Right.
That's what I do for the company now. So
you relate it to each other.
Yeah, it's
you
like
need to turn to something else like Snapchat then. Are you a Snapchatter?
Yeah, I'm on Snapchat.
Are you a Snapchatter?
I do sometimes when my kids are doing crazy things.
Oh, okay.
They're cute.
See, you could get a following that way on Snapchat.
I could. I just don't have time. And with like work, my phone is associated with work. I'm pretty much on the clock always. So like when I get home, I put my phone away. And if anyone needs me, they call my husband. I guess my phone in general is just work. So I'm really bad at answering text.
I feel that for sure.
Email me.
You know, I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I think that's why I have a hard, like, I enjoy social media and you know, especially with Team Legacy Productions, like I'm trying to promote more on social media and get my name and brand out there. But growing up, and this kind of ties back to what we talked about earlier, growing up, I was raised to be humble, don't brag, let other people tell you how good you are. Promoting on social media is a different way of thinking. Like, you have to tell people
your successes
how
and what
good
you've
you are
done
to
good. Yeah,
promote
exactly.
yourself.
Right. It's very ego,
you know, so that's
static.
It is, and that's why I have a hard time doing that sometimes, because I'm like, you know, I want other people to say, okay, Chad did this, that's awesome. I shouldn't have to say that. You know, like I don't want to say that. I feel uncomfortable.
Right.
So, you see, but that's the thing. You have to fit into the box now. It's you have to put yourself out and make something out of yourself because no one else is going to do it. Like, no one else is going to be so supportive of you other than the people who are closest to you, your family, and maybe like 2 best friends that you might have in your lifetime, and like yourself. Like, you have to do it yourself.
And that's how culture's going.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
like in general, like bragging on yourself, or, you know, there's a fine line between, you know, cocky and confident, but like being confident and like being proud of yourself is a good thing now. Like, that it didn't used to be that way.
Right. It was more like reserved. Like,
Yeah.
you kind of keep everything behind shelves. Like, now people are literally like posting pictures of their butt. Like, you know, like literally, did you see Lizzo, the new rapper girl? She literally posted just like a bare picture of her, like everything. And I was like, what? Like, you do this now? Like, this is what we've come down to for attention. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but like, I agree with being successful and doing your thing. Whatever you're doing, I guess, is, you know, like, you do you. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people nowadays is like, it's like a push to
There's
be
a fine
that
line.
person.
Yeah. And it's easy for people to cross it, for sure. For sure.
I agree. I agree. Well, Joosy, thanks for coming
Of
on.
course.
Thank you for doing this, and we'll
Yes.
definitely do it again.
Yes, we have to do it again.
We will, for sure. Shoot over.
I have a feeling that you're going to be a fan favorite.
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
I really hope so. Oh my gosh. I would love like any fans, you know what I mean?
Plug
People
your
that
social
are
media.
supportive. I'll plug my social, you know, just hit me up, you know? I'm just trying to like hang out, you know, do stuff, do cool stuff. I'm Joosy, you know what I mean? I don't do too much. I do a lot, but I don't do too much, you know? We just trying to chill out here. We chilling.
We
I
are.
feel good.
So tell everyone your social media, where to find you. What
You can
got
find
going
me on Instagram at DAJOOSISLOOS.
dajoosisloos.
That's dajoosisloos. And then Snapchat is just like dajoosisloos. Twitter is dajoosisloos.
It's all the same.
So you can find me at dajoosisloos because they're all the same. And then if you want to hit me up on Rapchat, it's just dajoos. And yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you, Joosy. We love you, and we're glad you did this with us.
I love you guys. And also, I be vlogging, so you should follow my
you have a
YouTube as
YouTube.
well.
What is that?
My YouTube is the juice.
Juices?
No, just the juice.
Just the juice.
You almost got me. You about to say the juice is loose. It's just the juice. But I do that as well. So passion. It's just passion and putting my all into everything I do. And I just,
And it
100%.
shows.
I'm just living life.
It does.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Juice. Well, guys, hit us up. Hit Juice on Instagram, on all social media. Hit us up on social media. Email us. Check out the YouTube channels. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment. And we will catch you guys next time.
Bye,
Thanks, guys.
friends.
Bye.
You were tested.